Stone Loki. It's kind of like a like a thing, you know. I mean, it's the late show on the morning show. Ah. I'm joined by the one and only, the rooster in the hen house, the warcock. Hey, Bob.
Warcock.
Oh, and our first guest of the evening, Shellback TJC, who says Bert Nerd sucks.
Damn right it does.
I was waiting on that. I was like, is he going to say something?
Is he gonna come off a mute or not?
Holy shit, Loki is pulling out his acid wash jeans. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Pat. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. How's everybody out there doing? I hope you guys had a good week. I hope it wasn't too stressful. We've got Gun Bunny, who waited 98 minutes. 98 minutes. Thank you, Gun Bunny. 98 minutes she waited for this show to start. Pat S., what's up, brother? I already said that, didn't I? Penny, what is up, Penny? Papa Cotton in the house. Papa Cotton, what is going on, brother? Akimi Mara says, hey, you guys. We're going to see Akimi in October, hanging out at Valhalacon. Southern Biking. It's time to wake the neighbors in the middle of the night this time. Good morning, Southern Viking. Good morning and good evening. Good evening, God. Good morning, good evening. Holy crap. Andy Masterson, the Master Craftsman. I have a good stream taking my son to see Deadpool. Have a good time, man. Kick-ass movie.
I still haven't seen that. I still haven't seen it. I need to go.
You got to go.
I hate to go alone, and right now the missus isn't up to it, so I guess I'm going to have to try to talk somebody else into it.
Well, there are other ways if you want to watch it at home. I'll just say that. Except I didn't say that. Anyway.
Yo ho, yo ho.
Walter Tomascu, what is up? I'm just saying if you want to watch it with the wife, if she actually wants to see it. There are ways. Walter Tomascu, yay. What kind of silliness is on the docket today? All kinds of silliness. All kinds of craziness. Marcus Felix, what is up? Good evening, Marcus. How are you doing, brother? Good to see you. The lovely Sherry. Sherry, baby. Sherry, baby. What's up, Sherry? Good evening. Good evening. God, who else is here? We got Keely Chow. Roll Tide, Keely. Roll Tide, brother. Good to see you.
Hey,
this guy.
I would like everyone to know that Sherry is also the sponsor of tonight's stream. That's right. She's having a special down at Sherry's Slammin' Clam Shack.
Sherry's Slamming Clam Shack.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Blame Culture Casino. Whatever. It's
there he is. The co-host of the show has arrived. We can finally start the party.
I made it. On my way.
You made it.
Oh. Let me bust open my cold one here.
Like the good version of Doom, he made it. Does anybody know what Loki's talking about? I bet you don't. So I'm going to share something that'll absolutely positively blow your mind. Guess what just re-released?
Doom?
And Doom 2.
Doom and Doom 2.
Wow. I just
updated music in 4K, 120 frames per second, updated music, updated graphics. You've got all the mods from the original game. All the mods are back from the original game.
Do a speed run.
It is absolutely positively nuts. That the way they brought this back in the new engine. There's a new engine that's running everything with all the current settings. Controller works great. I was playing it earlier, and the new music is kick ass. It's the kind of music you want in a Doom game.
Wow.
Scott Westbrook, what is up? Sends in a $5 super sticker, and I gotta click my little. Where is it?
Scott Westbrook, did you get your T-shirt? Should have came this week, so let me know.
And it is a pair doing his little thing, saying, "How's it going?" And yes, I just burped live on the air. I'm sorry. It's because I moved the wrong way and was like, "Oh shit."
Loki's a little gassy tonight.
I am. I had too much dinner tonight. Thank you so much, Scott. Thank you, brother, so much. Holy shit. But yeah, Doom. Who doesn't love Doom?
I remember playing this on a computer like back in the 90s, I think. And
Yeah,
so,
you had to do it in a LAN back then. You couldn't do it over, online. You had to do it on a LAN.
Yeah, you had to do a LAN party.
it was so pixelated and just, God, crazy. It's crazy to think that the originals, I'd have to see it now because like I'm just so used to the pixelated version of the old game, like 8-bit graphics or whatever, it's insane. Can only imagine what it looks like now. Gaming has come a long way since we were kids.
Someone's about to talk shit about my internet connection, and I'm gonna be like, "Listen, I'm live streaming, and I got shit going on over in that other computer over there." So,
Bad part about it was when that came out, I was in my 30s.
Oh, Dave Bob. Well, I can remember like family having an Atari, like with just the one joystick, Pitfall, the game. I mean, just so I can remember that. But
Don't forget Combat. Don't forget Combat.
it was
Magnavox.
right.
Pong.
It wasn't too much later. It was Nintendo. That was the big craze when I was pretty young, like 7, 8, 9, 10 years old. It was all about Nintendo when it first came out.
can y'all see that?
Yep.
Or is it like, does it say introducing the new re-release?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. There we go.
There you go.
There's no volume, but we can see the picture.
Oh, damn, that sucks. Okay, hold on. Yeah, we don't want that. We want volume, damn it. What the hell?
I don't know. It was playing fine, but yeah, there's no volume.
Oh, come on. Okay. All right. Let's see. We're going to stop that.
Oh, good.
Because
Scott
it's being
Scott
done.
got his shirt. Did it fit okay, Scott? I always worry about the sizes not fitting right, but it looks like we've been nailing it. Like everybody's been getting a shirt and they asked for a certain size. They said it fits great. Like Mac Draw's got his on Wednesday, and he says his fits good. So yeah, much love, guys. I that's my small way of giving back to all these awesome peeps that put up with our shit
I'm still
every
wearing
week.
my puff shirt.
Amen, Dave Bob. Amen. Yeah, everybody here's got one except for Shellback.
Yeah.
Sorry, Shellback.
Showback, what did
The
you
numbers
do?
have just not landed right.
What did you do to not get one?
What did I do? No, it's what I didn't do.
Yeah, he won't keep a job,
Yeah,
so he
I-
can't keep a membership.
Well, yeah.
Just messing with you,
Yeah.
Shellback.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this
Now
should
the-
work.
Here we go. Yeah. Nice.
Original music. Enhanced music.
Damn, it brings back memories.
Oh yeah,
Where's Dwayne Johnson and Carl Urban?
They're not in
I
this.
didn't see them.
Right?
they're not in this one. This is before that.
This is the original.
You know, I didn't hate that movie.
No, I didn't either.
It
No.
was okay.
It's all right. And there was that cool little bit where they did the first person thing with Carl Urban, where they're like, you're
Yeah.
looking through his eyes as he's tearing everything up and killing everything, and I thought that was cool. I was like, okay, you brought the game into it at least. You at least like
Yeah.
gave the game some love.
They tried.
I laughed out loud when The Rock's like, I'm the lead character. I'm not supposed to die or something like that, And spoiler alert, guys, if you haven't seen this, but yeah, it's pretty funny. That was one of the funnier parts of the movie.
So what do you? All right, I'm gonna ask your guys' opinion. So I heard a lot of people saying that the Rock or Dwayne Johnson and Carl Urban should have been switched. Like they should have had each other's role or whatever.
No,
No.
they cast it right.
Yeah, Rock's a better heel anyway than a good guy. Rock's a better bad guy than a good guy. Dwayne Johnson, whatever you want to call him. He is a better villain than a good guy. So.
Oh, absolutely. If you guys paid attention to this last WrestleMania, like I don't really watch wrestling anymore, but when I saw The Rock turn heel, like I had to tune in, and it was absolutely awesome. Like watching him just beat the hell out of Cody Rhodes, like
Yeah, whipping him with that belt.
oh, took him outside and was throwing him against the trailer. Like that looked real. Like every once in a while I sit there and I go like, I think he's actually hurting him. I mean, granted, wrestling is fake, guys. Spoiler alert on that as well. But there is times where you could tell they're playing it up for the camera, and I'm sure they have a conversation before, like where they're like, just let me have it, Rock. Just lay it on me, brother. And the next thing you know,
Well, I think The Rock is a performer while Carl Urban is an actor.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah. Well, even at that last WrestleMania, he's sitting there whipping him. He's like, "I'm the final boss. I'm the big bad. And then you hear that boom, and it's the Undertaker's gong, and he's like, "Oh shit."
Whoops.
Oh, you done screwed up, boy.
Lights come up and choke slam.
Holy shit. Yes, badass. Rest in peace, Kevin Sullivan, man. The heart and soul of WCW's booking. Oh, man.
I was thinking Stone Cold was going to show up. But
he was supposed to.
Undertaker was good too.
He was supposed to. I think the Taker thing was better though, because that look,
Yeah.
and then the lights go out, and then he's just there behind him, and he's like, "Bitch, going for the bride," and that's it.
I don't recall The Rock ever beating the Undertaker at a big event, at any point that I can remember.
But from what I understood, Stone Cold wanted more money. Stone Cold was like,
Really?
I want money. I want a flight. I want a trip. I want this. I want that. And they were like, no. And they were already bringing Taker out there anyway. So we'll just have Taker do it. Because from what I understand, that was like the last minute. That was a last minute thing. Because they were like, yo, dude, he was there. And they were like, do you want to do it? And he was like, yeah, I'll do it. And he didn't tell anybody. So he's just sitting there, and they're like watching, the thing, and he gets up and leaves. And one of the guys he knows asked his wife, he goes, "Where's he going?" And she's like, "You'll see." And that's when he was like, "Oh shit." So they didn't ask him until like he got there. "Hey, do you want to be a part of this?" Yeah, I'll do it.
Did you see John Cena's bald spot? That was pretty funny.
Oh
like,
shit!
Time to just shave it off, Cena. Let it go.
I didn't see it because he was waving his hand over it. So.
Oh yeah.
I thought you were about to say he was
Chinese.
waving the Chinese flag over it.
Right.
This program has been brought to you by China. Yes, China. Your friendly communist neighbors. We own all of your shit now, including your government.
Speaking of China and communism, Kamala Harris is in my state right
Yeah.
now.
That must be nice. I saw all those middle-aged liberal women going out and shilling for that.
Well, there's also a leak that showed that I think it was it was basically people getting paid to come
Yeah, they're being paid.
to pretend. Yeah, it got leaked. So busted.
I heard she had a special poster just for the state.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No, and in that ad, I can't remember where it was from, like a Reddit.
Oh yeah,
or something.
Arlena shared it. It's right there.
Yeah. In that ad, they said you got paid extra if you like brought a sign or something like that, I think.
Well, there's your sign. There's your sign.
I hear that in Arizona there has been an update on a lot of the shenanigans that happened back in 2020.
Don't get me started, Dave Bob. But yeah, the voting booths here have been a little fishy, a little funny lately, and last few years, and we're a little worried, that it might happen again. Don't want to say too much because I still don't know what quite is allowed on the tube or not. So, but yeah,
Just say it.
Well, there's shenanigans. There's always shenanigans here for some reason, especially in Maricopa County.
In Maricopa.
Yeah, that's where Phoenix is. It's where most of the California transplants are from.
Shenanigans.
I'd say 50%.
Shenanigans.
Whatever women you saw in that video that wasn't paid are definitely, more than likely a California transplant. People that moved away from the horrible politics that they couldn't handle anymore to come to Arizona and try to California our fucking state.
Yeah, they're trying to do that in Texas now too.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck with that. We don't put up with that shit here.
Trying to do it everywhere, but
They
they're
do in Austin.
failing.
I know they do in Austin, but Austin's like the short bus of Texas.
Yeah, they got us here too.
And a river runs through it.
College towns.
Well, I mean, they got good music though. Come on.
They go after
the
colleges.
Little Penguin Sheriff Punkwaddle is here.
Because of college towns and yeah.
You talking about a short bus in Texas. I heard you. I'm not going to talk about my state. You can call me short. I'm just saying I'm not want the Californication of my state. All right,
one of my favorite rappers of all time was called Too Short, or is called Too Short. So
nothing against you, Punk, at
Too
all.
far.
Wasn't talking about you.
I know the timing's everything.
Yes, it is. Holy shit!
surprised we're not seeing Mac Draws on the subway train tonight.
I don't know where Mac is. I sent him a link. I don't know.
He just got a bad
He
signal.
didn't send me anything, so.
If he ain't dropping links, maybe he's dropping something else.
Dropping a deuce?
No, panties. Damn.
Oh.
Loki got it.
I got it right away. I was like, damn.
Sorry.
He comboed. He just came in.
Drop.
Pow, 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 pow.
Panties drop.
I've been on
Make your
hot
panties
streak.
drop.
Double kill.
Ooh.
Double elimination.
Penguin for the win. Making something else drop. A deuce? No. Some chick's panties on the subway.
I was just thinking of being busy. I didn't realize it was that kind of getting busy.
He's getting busy. That's right.
There's
Shit.
lots of hustle, lots of ways to be busy.
If he's doing it on the subway train, that would be some risky business.
Oh,
Hey, come on. Us old timers have seen that Tom Cruise movie with would get that
So
joke.
I have a confession to make. I did go to the movie theater today,
Oh,
What?
and I bought the Claptrack popcorn bucket and left.
Whoa. The what?
okay. Nothing wrong with that. Claptrap's cool.
I may.
The what?
We have a low budget theater, like $6 matinees on Tuesday. I might see just how bad this is, just because. But yeah. Other than that, I
The
wouldn't pay
whole
anything
cast
more.
came out and said, we didn't want to make a Borderlands movie. We wanted to make like a Mad Max, blah, 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 yada, yada, blah, 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 blah movie.
Mhm.
And I'm like, how dumb can you be to go, hey, we're in Borderlands, but we didn't want to make a Borderlands movie.
Yeah, that and all the stuff that's been going around. How the guy who wrote the script and then they changed it so much that he didn't even want his name attached to it anymore says a lot.
Victor Fontaine is over on Rumble along with Cognitive Nomad. What is up, gentlemen? It is good to see him. Papa Cotton is here, laying down the Papa and the Cotton. It says if it takes a man a half a day and a half to dig a hole and a half, how long will it take to fill a doghouse with pancakes? I don't know. I hate fucking math.
Why is he in the doghouse?
It's a good question. And then everybody goes silent.
Sorry, I was putting the lotion on my skin before I got the hose again. See, guys, I work outside in Arizona summers, and my lord, I've been getting my ass kicked by the sun lately. And humidity, we got monsoons going on right now. So I got a wicked tan / sunburn going on.
Love my doom. Love my doom. I'm going to blow this up real quick. I got this out earlier because I was playing Doom and I didn't know what the new soundtrack was going to be like. And I was like, is it going to be any good? It's going to be, if it's not, what am I going to do? I got OG craziness. But these records, man.
Nice.
Wow.
Blood red.
They were all black when I was a kid.
What I'm talking about. See-through blood red. Na, 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 na. Shit, don't bend anything.
Where are your white gloves?
Hey,
Your
Snow
white
Dub,
glove.
consider yourself lucky because when Dave Bob was a kid, they were still made of wax and you had to wind up the record player.
And he didn't have a speaker. He just had that big horn looking thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True
yeah,
story.
yeah.
True story.
Wow.
I even played a record on 78.
What's that?
Well, have you heard of the 45?
Yes. So it's a bigger one?
Only 45 I have is a 1911.
I got a Ruger.
Yeah, that goes round and round too. A lot of rounds on that one.
Round and round.
My Ruger 45's got some very nice hollow point tip crackhead stoppers.
Is that the brand?
Ruger, yeah.
I meant the other one.
Oh,
It's a crackhead stopper.
that too.
Monkey Jeebus says, I thought Dave Bob's records were ceramic. It's possible.
No, I'm a vinyl kid. I'll have to admit that's what I grew up with was vinyl.
I love
We didn't
vinyl.
Yeah,
I
we
know.
didn't even have a whole lot of tape when I was growing up. That was something that came after I was in my teen years.
That's one of my biggest regrets is I didn't get to inherit my father's vinyl collection. The man had over 500 easily, just classic records, like Creedence Clearwater, Amazing Rhythm Aces, Pointer Sisters, Juice Newton, Boz Scaggs, the list goes on and on. I mean, the Rolling Stone. There was so much
Wow.
great fucking music I got to listen to as a kid, and my favorite thing was when he would say, "Go pick one out, son." And of course, me being a funk lover, I would go grab Kool and the Gang or Thelma Houston or sometimes Pointer Sisters, but
Wow.
or
I
I'd
can't
pull out
believe
my
you said.
Michael Jackson.
I lost
can't believe
most
you
of
said
my
Juice
violin a
Newton.
move. I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah, my stepmother, in a fury of vengeance, sold it for pennies of the dollar on some kind of
You're kidding.
yeah.
That sucks.
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be a sore spot until the stepmom drops dead.
And even after that, probably.
Probably, yeah. I don't think I'll ever live that one down. He had it in a beautiful wooden record case. It was made specifically for records, and it was all carved, all these intricate, like Chinese-looking figures fighting on it and stuff. I mean, it was just a gorgeous wooden case. It was huge. It was like 4 feet long. It had, classic brass buckles on it and stuff, and little claw feet on the corners. I mean, it was badass, and that thing alone was probably worth a pretty penny because it was just old carved wood from, I want to say, at least late 1800s, early 1900s, maybe. Like whenever records first started coming out, I think is when it was built. It's maybe early 1920s or 30s or something.
I remember my mama. She had a like a console. Like you lift the top of it up. I mean, this thing was the size of a dresser, right? You lift the top up, and there's the record player and stuff, and then it had the two huge speakers on either end.
Yeah, my old
And the
man,
man, the myth, the legend himself, Mahogany Draws, is here, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry, I had to wait until I was outside of the tunnel to finally get a section to get on. So sorry about that.
Well, they thought you were doing something else, Mac.
Hey, don't say they. It wasn't me. It wasn't me this time. I didn't do it.
I just asked a question. I just said something out loud. I didn't make any.
I thought you might be taking a shit, but
he was
Snowed up thought that you were dropping a deuce, and I was like, no, something else is dropping. Oh shit!
Panty drop.
How's it going, Mahogany? Now he's like, screw you guys.
On train. That's why.
Ah, gotcha.
Hey.
Pulling a train. Hot damn.
Yeah.
Come on, ride the train.
No, not that.
And ride it.
Choo choo.
Chugga chugga.
Yeah.
Is Mac the caboose?
Yeah. It's his duty to please that booty.
Boo boo.
Got that shimmy shake.
Come on, ride that train. And ride it.
Mm.
Come on, ride that train.
Now I want to go around the
ride it.
roller rink, sing all those cool 80s and 90s
If
dance
you feel
songs.
like dancing, the train
Come on.
is coming through. Ride that choo choo. Ride that choo choo. We're gonna redo a remix. Ride that choo choo. Make the panties drop. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, right, Mac?
Hey yo.
He's like, fuck yourself.
We love you, Mac.
Jesus.
He's dynamite.
I got leverage to make fun of him because he just got a T-shirt. So I'm using up.
There he is.
I'm using up all my credits.
Welcome back, Mac.
Sorry, I R-winged myself. You were saying something about fingering snow?
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what happened. Right?
Well, we weren't talking about fingering snow. No. What?
Well,
Cool. Now I'm feeling uncomfortable.
I mean, if you really want to.
I feel very uncomfortable right now. Maybe I should return that shirt.
I don't know. Snow's not really a puppet, so this is getting weird.
I have to go grab Mike Raj, I guess, and get the full.
Yeah.
I guess that's the appropriate response.
Deborah Cohen says, "Hi, Makini." And Akimi Morrow says, "Poor Makini. Just got here and he's already done with this shit."
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Oh, shit.
Wouldn't be a Friday night without you.
Would be.
Speaking of Friday night without him, where is Mexican Iron Man? Has anybody seen him? Is he alive?
I
Is he
could
okay?
tell you, but I would probably get in trouble.
I've
So
seen him on a
any-
couple streams this week. He's been around.
So
I
if
think
you hear a crashing window sound, you know where he is.
Yep.
In fact, I'm looking over at the apartment complex. I think he just jumped out the window really quick.
Oh man.
He
That's
has
why
been busy with MILF for the past couple weeks. So
I just hope El Perro hasn't got him or something, because it's been quiet.
Seems that's happening. See, I can see him jumping. He's falling from that top of that apartment complex all the way down.
Wow.
Hi, Mike.
No, he moved out of that city. He told me he hated it now.
That's part of the cover. That's
Oh, is that what it is?
He's been getting his skirt blown up by that daggum tropical storm.
Monkey Jeebus.
hey, he only wears the skirt when he goes to San Francisco, okay?
No, I talked to him it might have been yesterday actually. He is. He's hanging out with Max, his son.
Yep.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about it like he's been window hopping
Right,
all week
right.
long. Because, yeah, that's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
It's better to start rumors.
Yeah. You white people need to get better material. You need to get new material. You
Why are you
darn
white people so loud in the morning?
I know Mike wouldn't say that because I'm the only non-white person on this panel right now. So
Well, no, you're like guilt by association, so you're still white.
is that what it is?
Yeah, cracker.
Wait, is that white guilt by association?
Okay, Pat, tell me if I'm correct or I'm mistaken in this. When you talked to him, he said, yes, Mr. Pat, us here on South Carolina at Hilton Head, we did just fine. You see, it moved around us because we are the elite of the elite. And we were out playing golf and we just said, shoo, storm, and it went around us because we are the Hilton Head elite of South Carolina. Did he or did he not do exactly that? Yes or no? In the chat. I guarantee you he did. Because I know when I messaged him, he said, Mr. Loki, I fear you have worried about the wrong person. You see, we here at Hilton Head Island.
Wow.
See, I haven't heard him say that, but I believe you, Loki.
Yeah.
It's in his character.
Mm-hmm.
And his caricature of his character.
He also bragged about the country club. Yes, in that exact voice. Yes, he did. We here at the Golf and Country Club. Yes, Mr. Pat. While we drink our brandy and smoke our cigars. Yes, I know exactly what he did. Because when I called him and I was like, how are you doing? You see, Mr. Loki, we here at Hilton Head. Bastard. Oh, Bick, what is up? Bick with the $20 Rumble rant over on Rumble. Thank you so much, brother. He says, "Sko and tuck and roll."
Sko and tuck and roll.
Hell yeah, Bick. Thank you, bro. Thank you so much, brother.
Tuck and roll.
Vic is awesome. Not only does he throw Rumble rants, he throws me what I call 4K chats. He'll occasionally buy me a 4K movie on Amazon when they go on sale, and it's like a super chat, but it's a movie because he knows I'm trying to beef up my 4K library. And Them suckers are expensive.
At Hilton Head, the Hurricanes need to give notice and get permission before they enter the premises. Yes, that is Mike. Yes. Abso-freaking-lutely. Oh, and we lost McAdee again. Holy shit.
Are you supposed to play the clip?
Oh, Vic, what do we got? What do we got? I know what he wants. Go and tuck and roll.
Have a great trip. Here I go.
That's like a full can of silly string right there.
You would
Arnie
know.
got back just in
And
time.
I
yeah,
would know,
right at
actually.
the mo-
Yes.
Right at the moment we saw the birth of Snowdub.
Yes. Here I go.
Come on, Jolly did it better. You guys know it. At least he hits the camera. Gives you the 3D view of it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like, if you've watched enough of my shows, you know what happens. Jolly gets a little too excited.
Only Mim slides up on a blind violinist at a wedding and is like, what's up, baby?
We can make beautiful music together.
Clean up aisle 4. That's right, Psycho Dwarf.
Kiss the girl. Oh my god.
So, House of Dragon stream this morning. Got it on the replay. And got 2 of the panelists here right now, actually. I watched it too. I managed to squeeze that into my between work and sleep. But I did catch it, and I'm gonna have to agree with you guys. Like, kind of a warm up to season 3 or something, because it felt like it just kind of felt like a waste of season, to be honest. You know.
Yep, it was nothing but setup for the whole season.
I mean, the one fight was cool. With the like, what was it, episode 4, I think. With
episode 4, Battle of Rook's Rest.
Yeah, and it left Loki looking like he is right there.
See, they fucked up. They should have like somehow worked it where that was the last episode. You know what I mean? Like, to leave to leave it the way they did. It really felt like, well, assholes, we'll see you in season 3, so make sure you tune in. You know, it was like, what is this? You know, like, really?
To be fair, if you looked at the teaser for Rings of Power season 2, you wondered yourself, yeah, you know what? I'm totally fine. You can wait just a little bit longer. Let the good stuff come in.
Yeah, House of the Boredom. I'm very disappointed. And this is HBO's fault. I'm just going to say this is HBO's fault. But also, the writing this season was not as good as last season. There's some shit that doesn't make any sense. I brought that up this morning. There's some shit that's just like, ugh. The whole shit with Missandra and Rhaenyra and Jace and his future wife, and I'm gonna go look for my own dragon.
Is he still in the dungeon somewhere?
Heidi. That's a good question. And you're gonna have to wait till season 3 to find out.
Now, you read the books, so you kind of have foresight.
There is a whole bunch of shit in here that's not in the book.
So there's only one book.
There's only one book, and that's Fire and Blood. Okay, so all this happens in Fire and Blood, and it's not that long of a story.
And they're trying to make 4 seasons out of it.
Yes.
It was like a couple chapters or something.
It's mainly Rhaenyra, Daemon, Aemon. It's mainly those 3 characters. Yeah, you've got the rest of them in there, but they're not like, it's not like it is in the show. The show is different.
So yeah, okay. So the show's trying to make a lot out of a little, basically, like you were saying, as far as pulling a Peter Jackson with The Hobbit, you know. Stretch
And
it
they
out.
wouldn't pay for it. So I'll give it this. The showrunners wanted to do this. They wanted 10 episodes and they were told no. They said you can film 10 episodes all you want to. But we're not doing all the extra bullshit for the last 2. You'll have to wait for 2 years. So if you
Jesus.
want to film it, go ahead and film it, but we're not gonna.
Yeah, they'll put Puff in for the dragons.
Nice. Finally get that
Yeah.
stupid dragon employed.
Gotta pay.
Yeah,
Why
think
they
about all the
waiting 2
money
years?
because that's how long it takes for them to reset their financials and be okay for doing this again. They can't have it on the docket sheet because they've got other stuff they're already going to be paying for, and if they do too much at once, then they're screwed. They
And
wasted a lot of money.
On top
ahead.
of that, on top of that, they probably don't want a repeat of what happened in Game of Thrones. So they're being very cautious. They're being pretty much very careful about kind of the choices they're making.
I don't know, man. It
That's
just
what I-
looks
that's
to
what
me
I
like
get.
they're doing the same thing. They're just
Okay.
disappointing people.
Okay.
Yeah, like, well, season 1 came in and got people to tune in again. You know, that was important. But then you got to leave us hooked, and that was not the way to do it because it just felt like I gotta wait 2 years for this shit, and I'm not saying I won't watch it, but it's just like I'm not gonna go out and start buying merch or anything like that. You know, I'm not all in. That's for sure.
Yeah. 2
Yeah.
more years before we see anything.
Like I've seen season 1 at Walmart to buy, and I have yet to pick it up. I'm just kind of like,
No.
maybe someday. You know.
There's things like, I mean, like you said, you know, you see something on Walmart. There's a ton of stuff, you know, you buy. I saw the Dukes of Hazzard the other day, and I was like, holy shit, $50 the whole thing. And of course, I picked that up and take it home. There's new stuff that's come out, all kinds of shit that I'm just like, I can watch it on streaming. I don't have to have a physical copy of that. Don't get me wrong. I love my physical copies. I've got 2 different steelbooks for Dune 2. I've got the super rare one, and I've got another one, both steelbooks that that were hard as shit to get that I've never even opened. I've just got them, the 4K steelbooks, just because. I don't know if I'll ever sell one or not. I've got 2 copies of Conan, the Conan 4K set that's got Conan and Conan the Destroyer in it. One of them's just sitting there on top of a bookshelf, chilling in plastic. I don't know if I'll ever get rid of that or not. I don't know. But there's you can walk through Walmart and see a ton of shit, and you're just like,
Well, to their credit, they've been putting out these 4K steelbooks now that Best Buy kind of threw in the towel. So there's a few gems here and there at
My
Walmart. But
Walmart ain't doing shit.
as far as new movies go, like I just haven't been buying them anymore because they were all shit. I think the only one I picked up recently was, I think I grabbed Ghostbusters, and it's still in plastic. We ain't even pulled it out and watched it yet. But
That was
Yeah,
the
there's
last.
some stuff
Blu-ray-
they're practically given away now. We went.
that
we
was actually the
found-
last Blu-ray I got was the 3. I think it was that 3 picture set.
Oh shit!
All-in-one Blu-ray.
Oh wait, we don't know what movie it was because you like dumped
Oh,
out and then came
yeah.
right back in.
So I got a Blu-ray. I got a Blu-ray of Ghostbusters, Ghostbusters 2, and Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Cool.
Yeah, that was the last one I got last week.
I was at Walmart and they had Star Trek 3, Search for Spock in 4K, and I was able to get Star Trek 2 in. So that was $29.99, but I got Star Trek 2 in 4K, which includes the director's cut and the director's cut of Star Trek: The Motion Picture in 4K for $15. So I got 1 and 2 for the price of 3. Some of that stuff they're just giving away now. They just want to get rid of it.
Yeah, I remember some of those times when the different collections would come out, and then you couldn't find them, or you could find the one that didn't have the one newer version, all that jazz. And now, like you said, it's just like I go to Walmart every now and then and walk through there, and it's like, oh, there it all is. And
You'll see some stuff. They got some good records too. They got a nice little record collection too. It's just they don't update a lot.
yeah,
They got a lot of the same shit that just sits there.
well, I really think when Target started getting onto the collectibles, now I think Target still has a little bit more like the Gundam and some of the better boutique toy stuff, but you can see the Walmart Entertainment Center, they've really gotten. For a while, they had a whole lot of anime, and I think they dialed that back because they realized that it was selling, but not at the rate that they wanted to in certain areas. Um, but yeah, the music and the video game stuff, it seems like it's taking up as much space as anything else nowadays.
Oh, well, my Wally World, the DVD section keeps shrinking and shrinking.
Oh yeah, that one.
DJ Ron G throws out a 36-month membership. Thank you so very much, brother. And he says, good evening, ladies and gems. Turtles. Here's some turtles and Star Trek representation. I can't watch Star Trek 1 in 4K due to incorrect sound effects.
Oh,
They
turtles.
I like turtles. They didn't have the original sound effect. And they remade like all the special effects and all that shit. So they redid a lot for that movie. And some of the sound effects and stuff they used, they just threw that on there as fast as they could. They pulled it out of its ass, and threw that on there as quick as they could because they didn't have any time. But thank you, brother, so very much for the 36-month member chat. You are absolutely the man. I'm still remixing it if I ever own it. You can if you want to. I mean, shit, technically I could do it, but just pull that asset out and replace it. Seattle Walmart sells crack, probably.
Yeah, well, I don't go to that one. That one's
Snowdub,
like
you
a
used to
town
live
away.
there.
He probably ain't wrong, but the even scarier part is the person that sells you the crack, because you won't know whether to call him her or ma'am or sir, because it'll
No, well, it's ma'am.
be a
It is
beard,
ma'am.
painting nails, and lipstick, and oh boy.
Machini, did you see that thing that came out of BioWare about
What they're eliminating, I guess, eliminating some choice or something like that in the Veilguard?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, so more and more you hear about what is going on with Dragon Age, and it's just like, this is a make or break situation for BioWare. That if this doesn't sell, and I guarantee you it probably won't, this may be BioWare's last chance. Because it may just give them the axe at this point.
Well, listen to this. The lead developer for Dragon Age Veilguard she made this statement. As a queer trans woman, I have a perspective on the games that not everyone has. Dragon Age has long been a place where LGBTQIA plus folks can see people like themselves represented respectfully and honestly. It's inherently queer, and it's such a rare thing for marginalized communities to have representation where we feel proud and powerful in how we are depicted.
Here's a little problem. Here's a little problem with that. It's everywhere now. It's not unique anymore. It's not special anymore. It's something that's happening everywhere. It's the same It's the same kind of speech I'm hearing on everything now.
It's the
You're not
sensationalism of
really,
normalizing it.
yeah, it's the sensationalization and normalization to the point where you're not special anymore. You're not really speaking for marginalized people like that, you know? You're saying
Yep.
everyone's peddling the same thing over and over again. You know, it's the
That
same song and dance. And this isn't gonna sell. That's not a pitch to sell. You're not gonna sell the
about 20 something years ago, maybe longer, I would hear this term thrown around, and I've heard it somewhat recently, but not as much. But it was called the gay mafia, and it was like if you did certain things wrong, there was literally these high up, very important, rich, powerful people that were part of the LGBTQ that pulled a lot of strings. I had a lot of power, a lot of pull, push, whatever you want to call it. And we may be seeing the effects of this now, where it's like that's why it's been just so saturated lately, and it's good, it's ridiculous.
I disagree. I think we've been seeing the effects, and I think we're starting to see a little bit of a pushback from it to say that, you can't just force things down people's throats. A lot of normies are just not gonna fit up with, this ideology, this message and such like that.
Well, it gets me how the showrunner for Doctor Who currently is talking about how it's so terrible, it's an unsafe
Russell T
space,
Davies.
and being on, yeah, Russell Davies, but how it's just awful, but we need to message to the kids, and then everything else is just so normalized because like it's just unsafe, it's just dangerous out there on social media, and I don't go on there. I get other people to tell me what's going on. I just imagine it's not good. I just get fed what's going on. It's like, well, it's not it's only unsafe if you I don't know, try to think for yourself and say, hey, this doesn't add up.
It's only, as you said, it's only unsafe when you think for yourself. You're not listening to what they're telling you. This, that, or the third.
It's just confusing when like I agree with what Loki's saying. Like there's people who've been pulling the strings. There's people who are higher up, or Snow and all that. It's like maybe it's not like the agenda that people were kind of naysaying about back in the '90s, but there was something, an influence for sure, right? So to say that it's just, it can't be both. It can't be we have control, but we're just telling people that they need to be scared and acquiesce to our whims. Because at some point, when you burn the candle at both ends, somebody's going to get tired of it and not believe it anymore. I
You
guess
can't have your cake and eat it too, and that's what we're seeing nowadays.
This whole
Everyone's trying to have their
thing
cake and
about
eat it too.
this whole thing about it's been this way since the very beginning from the first game, that's absolute total bonkers bullshit.
Yeah.
That everything about this game is this way. They also said it's so deeply meaningful for so many. I often get emotional when I think about what it meant for a younger me to see myself in her game as a hero, no less. I hope we can be a safe place for queer players to know they are not alone, that they are brilliant and worthy, that they are not only welcome, but celebrated in our game.
Loki, what you're defining what you're saying is the definition of narcissism. This is complete narcissism that has been going on for a while now.
Yes.
And it's narcissism on everyone's end, okay? Thinking you're the hero, the main character of your story, thinking you can have all this power and still act like a victim. It's all of it. And I think normal people are starting to wake up and realize they're getting fed up with it. Starting to see that
now. Well, this all moved into games, and I've got a giant back catalog. I've got all kinds of stuff. I got emulators, I got games, I got stuff I've imported. I don't have to buy anything. I don't have to pay for anything. I don't have to get the new Ubisoft game. I don't have to get the new Star Wars game. I don't have to get any of that shit. I can just play whatever I want to play. And they can kiss my ass and they don't get my money. The problem is that when I say that, I am suddenly attacking them because I'm like, no, I'm not going to give you money. No, they don't get to do that. They don't get to say, this isn't made for you. This has always been this way. We're not doing anything different when they clearly are. And then go, give me money, give me money, give me money. It doesn't work like that.
We made this for modern audiences, but can you buy it anyway? Well, you
Yeah.
just told me you don't want me as a client. You're not trying to appeal to me or keep me as a client.
The modern audience is a lie. It is a
Well, yeah,
blatant
I mean
lie.
that's just a given, but it's just like it's code for pay us anyway because we've earned your trust, except for we've abandoned and broke your trust.
Okay, where's the modern audience for Conquered? Where's the modern audience for something, say, like Flintlock, The Siege of Dawn? Where's the modern audience for Sushi Squad? We're seeing this is what we've been seeing all this year. Where is it?
It's kind of like what I said a while ago. You know, they talk about modern audiences, but half the people said modern was like 10, 15 years ago, and that we're living in post-modernity, which it's a conundrum of itself. But if we're living in post-modernity, why are we making movies and shows for people 15 years ago that didn't want it back then anyway? I mean, you can logically look at it in so many different ways to say this doesn't work.
One of the other big things that never gets brought up, I am out of the age bracket for most video games. Okay? I am 45 years old. The average video game player is between 20 and 35. That is the average age. They pay for their games. And that doesn't mean that you don't have gamers younger than that, but those gamers don't usually pay for their games. Usually it's mommy, daddy, can you get me?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So 20 and 35 is the targeted audience that is going to spend their money on your shit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that age. I don't believe in the whole age bracket thing because, as proven throughout my entire life, I have met people like you, Loki. I met so many people who are in their 40s, 50s, even 60s and 70s, and they still game like as if they were in their late teens and 20s.
Yeah.
This is something that's going to be us for the rest of our lives.
Yeah,
we're gamers at heart at this point.
Well, it's also, I mean, it's the same thing like music too. The things that you grow up with, things that you kind of cling to in your formative years. Like, I mean, in the year 2000, right? I would say, 2004, when Halo 2 was coming out, all this stuff. Now is getting into my, 19, 20, 21. And, like I said, this is where you start paying for your own stuff. You get pulling it in. And these sort of games and the games with good story, games with good multiplayer, and then you went from LAN parties to having, with
Internet.
Halo 1 to, you had the online with 16, 24, 40 people.
You went from getting the inside scoop on what's coming out from stuff like Game Informer and Nintendo Power to the dawn of G4 Tech TV for gamers. Now we're in the dawn where you can get any news and information in just a snap. That's all.
And if you want the best news on games, go to that game place. Okay, sorry.
Exactly. That's right. Go to that game place.
Plug. I like that. Nice plug.
That's right. Thank you, Punk Waddle.
Good segue there.
Yeah.
Now
I am good at commercials.
Magazine.
Sorry,
Snowdove, are you still here? No.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, no, I'm here.
Okay. Cover me for just a minute because I gotta drain the main vein.
I will lay down suppressing fire.
In context, that's very confusing.
Well, not for R. Kelly.
Right.
That's adding not good context. I regret everything.
Well, you laid it up. I had to slam dunk it down. You know how we work, Puckwaddle.
So I do.
Yeah.
You know, like
If
this.
you're gonna
show,
alley oop me, I'm gonna give you a slam dunk. You know, it's just
Just don't give me a
alley-oop, that's
swirly.
no, not tonight. That's tomorrow night.
No. All right.
Yeah, tune in tomorrow night, Cotton Council. You never know who might show up on the Cotton Council.
Yeah.
Always a good
Especially
time.
when they don't have a Fortnite game.
I wasn't gonna go there.
Look, I thought about live streaming the D23 from Fortnite tomorrow night, but yeah.
Jesus. Those are funny. Yeah. I don't know what I gotta do to get Floral to come back on the show. I think he's been demoralized, so I have to pay him.
I don't know.
I think he just had enough. He's like, I'm done. Can't see another booty break.
Yeah.
Uh,
Joe, what? Just tell him we're gonna have a church. We're gonna have a church stream. Just don't tell him it's the Church of Booty.
That might have worked a couple of years ago, but he knows me well enough now where there's just no way.
I know he hangs out with Wilton, but he's at least that street smart.
Yeah. At least we got rid of the horse. I mean, that's the good news.
That's half the battle.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you take your wins where you get them.
True. And an extra few pounds of glue.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I may put like a $100 limit on possible horse clip because it's kind of shocking to see people pay that much for that stupid horse clip, but it's happened before.
Yeah.
But they only want to sabotage and destroy the show, so it's chaos. Every Saturday night on the Stoned Up channel.
I feel like most of the time somehow sabotaging the show just gets to be one of the main themes. It just doesn't matter how it shows up.
Right? Yeah, it doesn't matter sometimes. It's just you just gotta roll with the punches, guys, and
Like
sometimes
that
sometimes you just gotta saddle up and ride that horse.
Take it down the old town road.
Exactly.
Yeah. I was trying to think of a better segue, but I couldn't get anything.
That works.
Okay.
Little Nas X is gay, so
we are full circle.
Right. The horse on our show is gay, so it all works out.
What's gay?
The horse.
Okay, I'm back.
Yes. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm back. So
I want to ask Puckwaddle, because I know it's kind of that whole thing with what you're saying about Target and it's still getting gunplas and such like that. And I was like, I didn't realize. I realized, like, the thing is, I'm 34. I still collect Hot Wheels. Yeah. And the funny thing is that I do I collect more of the premium stuff. And the thing is, whenever the new stuff comes out, I don't even bother having to check through like Target or Walmart because that ish is going to be picked up by scalpers and sold on eBay within minutes.
Well, here's the thing: like when it comes to what's so Target and Hobby Lobby has picked up a lot of and I think Barnes and Nobles did about 10 years ago. But they started picking up on the Gundam and the Gunpla, but it's a lot of the much bigger produced popular stuff.
The mainline stuff
they've been pushing. Yeah, or the current line that they're pushing. They don't have, if you want older stuff, you have to go to different hobby shops or shop online or, pay the scalper premium to have them shipped from Japan. Oh, yeah.
Right.
Trust me, I as we've talked about before, being a collector and needing to collect things, and even if it's like even if I've kind of moved on from something or I don't need to complete that set, I have enough of them.
Oh yeah.
But then it's like, okay, well then I have the itch. I have to collect something else. I have to fill that with some. I have to collect more junk that I don't know where it goes.
You become a hoarder.
Yeah. I will say this. She doesn't watch this show, so I won't get in too much trouble. But I'll say this: Sugar Waddle and I both. Some of the things that we both we have different hobbies and different things, and we were friends for a long time. But by the time we actually, made the Waddle House a home, we'd both collected a lot of different things, and we still occasionally collect things. And it's just like it's one of those things. It's bad to have certain things in common because you can only call out so much in the other person before they'll turn it on you, but they won't because, well, we both want the freedom to collect the things we like until it gets too out of hand. So there's like that self-regulation, moderation, but also it's not going to stop it.
It's so funny. Yeah, so it's like the thing with me is like I got 3 shelves worth of Hot Wheels in my setup, and they're all in dioramas. They're all in dioramas. So it's like, because I have to get a new diorama if I'm going to have to get a bunch more Hot Wheels that I want, Because I'm like,
and then it comes down to the and I do love building the Gundams and the Gunpla, but it takes time and effort. And I used to have a lot of time, and I collected a lot of stuff. It's like if I had figures, I could just put them on the shelf. And I have a few Gundam diecast figures, but I've got a lot of backlog that's hours of work per each unit to make decent to put on the shelf.
And the funny thing is that because I went back into collecting, I ended up discovering other brands beside Hot Wheels like Mini GT, Tarmac Works and stuff. They're probably as priced as much as premium Hot Wheels that you could find, but the quality is so much better too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, there's that rabbit hole of different model kits and different quality.
Oh yeah.
Third parties that come out, some
third
are
party
terrible,
ones, yeah.
Some are really good, and then you're like, well, I want to try this and buy this, and well, they don't have the same production, or they have more production costs, so getting a decent thing from them might be twice as much from the other thing.
Right,
and then
right.
Limited quantity once again. Pay all the extra premium, and oh yeah.
You find those ones that are like expensive and like rare, and you're like you're just wishing that they should have been in the main line. That they should have been like a mainline thing instead of just being this like exclusive to limited quantity.
And then I don't know if anybody here does, but I know I have a lot of friends that collect Transformers, and there are so many different lines and versions.
Yep.
Third-party brands, and which are half the time better, but those limited release, if you're not on the pre-order, you may never see it.
Oh yeah,
that's true. It is very true. In fact, I got some sitting right next to me.
And like I said, sometimes you're better off having to wait until whenever new stuff comes out. You're better off not having to wait till to go to the store. You have to wait till just it shows up on like Amazon or eBay, because they'll be the first to get their hands on it. And of course they do.
I have a buddy that
orders a little bit more though.
Oh, what's this? Oh, nice.
And this is a leg.
Mm-hmm.
This transforms into Volcanus. So you take all the Dinobots and put them all together, and they become Volcanus. So all of these are sitting here in the shelves next to me.
It's kind of funny because I was watching, because when at Clownfish TV, Neon was bringing up a while back that toys are now more leaning towards adult collectors now.
Yes.
Yeah,
it's more leaning towards adult collectors.
I think it was like 2 years ago, a stream with Baron Tog and Pacific 414. Like we were basically, that was what we were talking about. Like all this, and this is post-pandemic, like, you know, all the adults stealing all the Pokemon cards because they thought they make a quick buck off of it. But it's like, and I know when Tom's been on here too, all this premium stuff that it's like, as soon as you get a decent line that's mediocre towards kids, the next wave of it gets a little bit better and a little bit more pricier, and then by the time you have the third wave, like, nobody's gonna buy that for their kid.
Do you? Let me ask you this: do you follow channels that make these kits like from scratch by themselves, and they sell it like very expensive because it's one of a kind?
Yep.
I know I don't follow
too.
channels that do that, but I know that they do.
I follow a couple of channels that do custom made, that do custom Hot Wheels, and the biggest one is Jakarta Diecast Project, and they do custom. It's all custom made. Like they take regular Hot Wheels and they do just these amazing like transformations, and they sell them for like $75 to $100 because it's one of a kind. Those are you can't mass produce something like that. You know what I mean?
Just look at the chat between Marcus and what Pat are saying. I mean, that's actually fair because they're so used to the screens. They grew up with screens that they don't have to imagine anything. And then there's all the AI stuff, which as an adult, it's kind of fun, but it's also, to me, it spending so much time to get an AI picture to look right, or an AI song to work the way you want it to. It's like, these are good for prompts and maybe ideas, but unless you're really good at Google or figuring out the algorithm of the thing, it's like there's enough.
Hey man, everybody! I noticed you. I've seen everybody. Everybody's jumping on the thumb. Everybody's using the AI with the thumbnails and such like that, and that's actually really working well in the algorithm. Using the AI for thumbnails and such like that.
And that's a
So
great tool.
I don't do the Hot Wheels at all. I go bigger.
You go bigger, like not like 1/64 scale, but probably like
132.
132 scale. Yeah.
That's what
you
this
never
is.
had. You never had me. You never had your car.
You never had me. Never. That's right.
Yeah, that was Jada. What was it? Jada Toys.
Yes,
was
that's
big
what this
into
is.
the Fast and the Furious stuff. So yeah.
And I've got every car, every single car in 32 scale. So this is just one. I just went and grabbed one from the other room because I've got like a garage and a parking lot, all kinds of shit set up in the other room.
I'd love the dioramas.
But nobody ever sees this.
Get those big dioramas.
But that's got like traffic lights that come on and street lights. I just press a button and it like lights up the garage and all that. It looks cool. When I decided to build it all, I was like, this is gonna look really freaking cool. And when someone sees it, they're gonna be like, are those all? Yeah, and they open up and the doors and the hood and all that shit. So
I forgot which brand it is. It's either Mini GTs. I think it's Tarmac Works. Other brands that actually do have the 1/64 scale that do have the open up hood headlight, open up hood doors, and everything.
Yeah. This has got little battery things, so I can put like a battery in there and I can turn the headlights on and all that shit. And I'm gonna turn my camera back off because
kind of steered away from being get into adult hobbies, hobbyists. Later
well, my problem is I like a huge variety. I love Gundam. I love mechs. I love Mech Warrior. I love cars. I love video games. So it's like I can never just focus on one thing. It's like, okay, I got a little extra money, I'm going to get a car. I got a little extra money, I'm going to get a game. I got a little extra money, I'm going to get this. But I can't go crazy because we're trying to put money back too to get a house and move and all that shit. Yeah. So
there was a time I used to collect the Kotobukiya by Shoujo statues. And those were ran, it really depended on which statue you got because those ran from like 60 to 100 to even 200 depending on which one it was. Like the most expensive one I got, most expensive statue I have is Starfire, and the bigger piece awful on that one, sadly. I'm still eyeing it because I got a female. Because I got a female Freddy. I need a female Jason statue.
Hey, Machini, don't
Yeah.
don't feel bad. Don't feel bad about your Hot Wheels, okay? Because
Oh, I don't. No, it's just it was reinvigorating actually. I reinvigorating because I actually look forward to that doing that once in a while. So, and I usually just get the stuff from the car culture line, which is it depends on which it runs, but those are much more nicer. They got the rubber wheels instead of the more plastic wheels that you see in the mainline stuff, and it's a real cool thing. I love doing it because it goes into different car because they go all different types of car culture that I'm very much into, and I'm always hunting and looking for ones I want. I love that. So it's always fun.
Well, I grew up a gearhead, so
yeah, same here. So
totally understand, but
I still want it. Yeah, just like there's like one Hot Wheel that I want, and that is an RWB Porsche. And that stuff goes for like 80 to like almost 100 because they're so hard. They're so rare.
I like turtles.
How about a right-hand drive gritty Civic?
Ooh, that's nice. Yes.
Not in focus. But this actually was there's actually a real car that they made that after. But I got another. I actually owned a real one at one time.
Nice.
But yeah, no, don't feel bad at all.
See, you show me that makes me want that. Makes me one of the current mix. I guess one of the current Boulevard lines has the current gen Type R with the spoon livery on it. I'm like, damn, I want to get that now.
Somebody likes turtles.
This is pretty much. I mean, except for the big giant bobblehead on the roof. This is along the lines of the van that Mikey had in the TMNT animated movie. The 2007 movie was it?
Okay.
But yeah. Some of us never grow up.
No, and we should. And you know what? And you know what? As long as we take care of business, as long as we take care of business, and as long as you're, paying your bills and doing your shit, you shouldn't have to.
Exactly.
And I think that's what really bothers them, is they're like, oh my god, I can't believe a blah 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 is playing a video game. I take care of my shit. Do you?
Yep.
It's like the whole thing where it's just like people are, you lambast the whole incel Coomer brain stuff, and it was like you do realize a lot of people like us who are into that kind of stuff, into like the fan service, sexualization shit. We're productive people in society. We actually have lives. We actually have families.
Yeah.
So I gotta love. It's just sorry, incel is one of my favorite buzzwords to throw out. One of my favorite buzzwords.
I mean, I collect games. That's one of the things that I do. You can see, like, hold on. That's all my PlayStation and Metal Gear shit. I got Final Fantasy. I got all my PlayStation games. There are drawers. Oh my god, I'm like mirrored. There are drawers down below that are full of PS2 and Xbox games, and then I got another on the other side of the room over here.
So I have
down there.
So where my flat screen is, one of my shelves is on the floor sideways. I have a shelf on the floor sideways.
You just got
And
possessed.
on
Wow.
the top of the shelf.
Mahogany was-
What?
Oh,
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 there he goes.
yeah, just
Ooh.
cleared out.
Yeah, you were
Wait, what?
digitized bad.
Oh,
Mahogany. You
Oh,
were like,
really?
Really close to
Yeah.
bath mat on a good day.
yeah.
Oh, sorry about that. No, I'm because I'm on
By
the way
the
home.
time
That's why
that
I'm
Giggity
driving
got
home.
possessed,
So my shelf, I have two shelves. One of the shelves is laid down sideways. I put my flat screen on top. I have my PS5 with I only have one physical copy. That's Stellar Blade. That's right next to it. But the bottom shelf, I got my Blu-rays. But the first shelf, I got my Blu-rays plus I have my PS3, Xbox One, and PS4 right next to each other with all the games underneath each shelf, on the shelf at the bottom. So, and my PS3, I had it for God knows over a decade now, and I think it's going to be over 15 years, and it still runs
Yep.
beautifully.
My Killzone,
you know?
my Killzone. Okay, so I got a Killzone PS3. It was like, it's just got Killzone on the top of it. It's one of the minis, or one of the smaller ones. It's still got the insert drive. It's not like one of the ones that had the pull-out drives. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about or not. They came out with a mini PS3 that you could like take the top off, put the disc in, and then cover it back up. I don't have that. I've got the version before that.
It does make me sad though, because it's like, because I know earlier this week or last week we had the full closure of the Xbox 360 marketplace, and it's like now more than ever we need to. I think the industry at large, we need to be much more serious about game preservation. Like now more than ever.
They don't want that though.
no,
Yeah.
they don't.
Okay, look, they fought forever to get like Marvel versus Capcom to the point where they could sell it again. So MBC2 was like a huge thing. They didn't care, and they didn't want to do the rights to it. They bring it back and they put it in an arcade one-up cabinet. Before they are bringing it to PS4, PS5, Xbox One, or they're not even bringing it to Xbox One. They are changing levels and changing endings to the game. Why?
Yep.
Because they're not,
well,
it's not allowed to have that. They won't release some games from Japan because they might have like a half naked chick floating in a pool or whatever, like it's in Cyberpunk or something. And they just don't want to alter it. So they just never comes out here. This is why I'm importing.
Here's my, this is my thing with the whole Punisher ending. It's like, yes, we should never forget 9/11. We should never forget September 11th. But it's been over 20 years at this point. It should at this point, if it's something that's original and it still has the image of the Twin Towers there, just keep it. You know, I guess I'm in the minority. I just don't see the real reason that we're still having to censor stuff because of 9/11 20 years later.
Well,
why are they going to censor something that doesn't even have nipple or anything in it? Because they did that with the what was it, Darkstalkers game? They did that with one of Morgan's endings, and they're doing that with Marvel vs. Capcom.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to change a couple of the levels to hide whatever they find offensive, and then they're going to change an ending because my feelings said that it might offend someone.
Well, what Makini just said though, it doesn't make any sense because I've got a Blu-ray. I've got a Blu-ray of the original freaking Turtle movies, and the first Turtle movies has the Twin Towers right there.
Mhm.
And you can still get the Turtles movie, so why are they doing that with a damn video game or whatever?
Well, yeah. Let's go back to the '90s Spider-Man cartoon where every episode that had an image of the Twin Towers had to be cut and edited out completely.
Like it never existed.
Like it
That's-
never existed. And
I mean,
I still remember that first promotion for the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie. That shot of image of the Twin Towers is still awesome.
Yes.
It's still awesome. It's like,
Well, it was a giant overreaction on Hollywood's part because they were like,
Yeah.
we're never going to have action movies again with explosions. We can't have the skyline of New York in a movie ever again. Yada yada yada. They absolutely overreacted. You remember what they did with that Arnold movie? They canceled his movie release because they were like, oh my God, a building blows up and people are going to freak out. Nobody's going to watch it because a building blows up.
mhm.
Well, it just proves that Hollywood's been disconnected with what people actually are interested in for a long time.
Hell, I remember some episodes of just like, I think some episodes like Power Rangers at the time with Time Force stuff like that. Like some of that stuff had to be censored out with buildings blowing up because of 9/11 and such like that. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that at some point, I think after like 20 years or so, I think at this point we're just like, you know what, it happened. We still remember it and such, but you know, we can't be this. It's like the only thing I agree with Whoopi Goldberg at this point is just release Song of the South. Just release it. Like it was a different time. You guys understand that it was a different time.
I just hope we don't get 20 years down the road and they start telling people that the Twin Towers was a Mandela effect too.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's the other thing. They want us to stop asking questions. They want the next generation to stop asking questions. Questions like Building 7 didn't kill itself. There's lots of unanswered questions. And it's just like JFK, and all these other things that
I'll
have
be right
happened.
back, guys. My battery's getting low.
Okay.
People don't if enough generations die out that lived through the experience, they're hoping it just goes away. There's secrets, that are being kept, and it's like, will we ever find out? Who knows? But I that's what I think it is. I think they're trying to erase it from people's memories enough to where they don't ask questions anymore.
Here's the interesting thing, though, and this is, I don't know why my brain went this way, but we started getting the first iPhone smartphones in 2000 and what? Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So we had the cell phones probably in 2004, 2006, and people started getting videos, YouTube, posting
First
things
cell phones
online.
were like 98, 99.
Huh?
But go ahead. So
What?
first cell phones were 98, 99, like the Nokia and
iPhones?
all those. iPhones was 2002.
Yeah, that was the first cell phone I owned was the iPhone 1. I've still got my iPhone 1 in a box
I
somewhere.
mean, they
in the other
had
room.
cell phones, but like the integration with the video camera to connect to your whole thing, like it was getting more integrated to the internet instantly, right? Like, so, and yeah, there were some videos I think of the Twin Towers that came out pretty quick, but so that kind of stuff. But it's like, even now, everything just gets posted and put up immediately. Like the thing that happened, in Pennsylvania a few weeks ago, that Trump is
Punk
still
model.
alive.
There's been hundreds, if not thousands, of videos about 9/11 that have been purged from YouTube.
Yeah, I know. Like, but exactly. Like, and I'm not saying what I'm saying is, I understand, I agree with that. But like, even before that, like that was the cusp of when people were able to start doing that. I think we're getting to the point where like between 9/11 and then 20 years ago and 3 or 4 weeks ago is that people are able to put it out so much faster than the news or media can even figure it out. So eventually they might start censoring and pushing things out, but they can't keep up with it the same pace as they used to.
Well,
Like-
the thing that happened in Pennsylvania a few weeks ago has resurfaced the thing that happened in Dallas a few decades ago.
That's true.
because the same people are involved.
Yep. So
Anyway,
yeah.
Yeah.
All that to say is, don't we love the wonders of technology? Because we can stream and talk to each other from across the country, and this is great. We love it. Thanks,
Yeah.
YouTube.
And so anyway, here's a segue. So I was thinking about our illustrious hosts, both of our hosts, earlier today, because
Uh-oh.
I was mine and Rudolph's new roommate, Mr. Immortal Coil. I had to take him to Tacoma. So, and there's a couple of shops a couple of blocks away from his place that he's working at right now. And I saw uh, I don't know if it was a NECA figure or some other
Mhm.
brand, but I thought of Snow Dub because here's this Bruce Lee freaking NECA like figure, right? In one of his karate, poses. And so I'm like, oh, it's like Snow Dub would freaking love this. And
I
so
don't
anyway,
think NECA makes Bruce Lee figures. I could be wrong though.
well, I'm saying NECA just because that's
It looks like a
for
NECA.
Oh,
for
gotcha.
lack of a better term, because I don't know what brand it was, but it was about the same size. It was like
Right.
like 9 to 12 inches tall or whatever. And so
Yeah,
there's a couple of
Shannon Lee keeps Bruce
yeah,
Lee pretty close to the chest, so like
yeah,
it has to be approved by her. Um,
yeah,
if it's to be made into a toy, so you might have
yeah.
actually seen a Bruce Lee brand of the toy. I actually have one of those. I'll have to
But
show you.
so I thought of you when I saw that, and there's a couple of shops like that has that type of stuff, and a video game store, and there's also there's this record store, and I'm like
Oh.
Nice.
Loki. I'm like Loki would love this. In fact, and I bet $1 to a donut that they have a website, Loki. So if you wanted to Google high voltage records in
High
Tacoma,
voltage
Washington, and I think it's just, I don't know if it's HIG. I think it might just be HI voltage, but I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I found it. Tacoma. High voltage. That place looks badass.
But they got a lot of old stuff. So and
Holy
and they
shit.
deal in new and used. So you know, if you happen to peruse their stuff and they won't ship to Texas, let me know. I'll take a trip across the bridge and pick it up for you and put it in the mail.
Books. Vinyl. Newly added used vinyl. Creedence Clearwater Revival. $24.99. REM. Jimi Hendrix Experience. Rolling Stones. Fuck the Rolling Stones. Ozzy. No, that's cool. Thank you. I'm gonna they got a Twister album. That's cool. I'm gonna put this on my saved. Dude, that looks cool. That looks like a cool ass shop. Look at that.
Yeah. When I was there the other day, I told them that they could get rid of their Taylor Swift section.
Yes.
And they're like, well, we'd be kind of shooting ourselves in the foot there. I'm like, you motherfuckers got no fucking sense of humor. you know. But like seriously, like their reaction was like they did not fucking get the joke. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Well, you are in the Pacific Northwest.
Maybe
Yeah.
they just didn't think it was funny.
right, yeah.
No,
Maybe they thought
I
that
get
was
vinyls
weird.
shipped to me all the time, so I'm sure they'll ship them. That's mainly how I get vinyl. There are a couple of stores around here, but I mainly get vinyl from ordering.
Mm.
Yeah.
Corbin Dallas. Good evening, Corbin Dallas.
Corbin? I
Loose
got no
change is a
fire,
good
man.
one.
I got
Yeah.
no fire.
I remember when I was down in Houston, more of like closer to 8-10 years ago, and I remember a couple spots in the Heights and a few things downtown.
Yep.
But it's always a pain to get to.
Yep. That's the problem, is it's always a pain in the ass to get to.
And there's no parking.
No, there's never any parking.
Well,
No, you're paying for parking, and even then,
You're paying.
well,
you're paying.
other than having a $5.50 toll to cross the Tacoma Narrows Bridge, it's pretty much just like a open shot of, for the most part, an open shot of highway and a little bit of in-town driving. But like I said, if by some chance that you see something on there and they can't ship it to you, let me know. I'll pick it up and put it in the mail.
Okay. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, back when I lived in the same area as Shellback, they didn't have toll bridges and toll roads and shit.
Yeah.
That's all changed within the
Yeah.
last 20 years.
Well, see what it was is so the Tacoma Narrows. You remember the Tacoma Narrows? It was just one bridge, right? And so it was like two, like a couple of lanes in either direction. Well, they built another bridge beside it so they could have 4 lanes or 3 lanes going in each direction, whatever the crap. And from what I know, they put it up for a vote on whether or not it would be, a toll, right? And the voters said no, they don't want it to. Guess what? They still made it a toll bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Of course they did. Yeah.
They weren't asking your permission.
Yeah. You don't get what you want up there anymore. That's Pacific Northwest is so bad as far as like their people in charge, the people that run that place, the government up there is just ugly. Yikes. Just imagine the worst of the worst, basically. It's, Minnesota's got a, it's close. California's close. New York's close. But Washington State, there's just some wretched people running, especially the Seattle side. The east side of the state is not as bad. Like you get over the Cascade Mountains, things are a little less weird.
Well, I'd say California is still worse than here, but
yeah, it's a toss up these days, Shell.
It is a toss up. The further you get out from the bigger cities, the more, I guess you say, red it gets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the north end of California ain't bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, once you get past Sacramento, things start looking pretty nice on a few different levels.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my favorite drives is the 101. It's a highway that goes from Washington all the way down to Southern California, and it's literally a highway right next to the coast. And some of the best scenery.
Highway 1.
It'll take you right through the redwood forest. Is it 1 now? It used to be the 101.
No. Highway 1 is the one that goes up the East Coast.
It's Florida.
101 is the one that goes down the West Coast.
Right.
And which part of it is the famous PCH?
Yeah, the Pacific Coast. Yes.
Yeah. Right. Yep. And that's one of the funnest drives you'll ever take, folks, if you ever get a chance, because you get to see some beautiful coastal shots, especially in Southern Oregon. And then
Yeah, driven was when I was a kid. I didn't drive, but my parents did. We were in the area visiting friends, but we drove up the coasts and saw some lighthouses and just got to see some really cool stuff. Drive through some lava fields.
Yep.
It's a beautiful country.
You also go through the redwood forest, which if you haven't seen that in your lifetime, you need to see it at least once.
Yes.
The trees are just majestic, and it's where they shot the indoor scenes for Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, it's like that's like, Oregon, the like severe northwest Oregon. There's Astoria, which is the Goonies.
Yeah, Drunk 3PO is actually going to do a tour here pretty soon for his Jaywalk of the Channel, or Jaywalk of the Planet, and he was telling me about how he's going to go check out the Goonies house, and I was like, oh, that's dope, but you got to drive the Pacific Highway, 101 down and see the Redwood Forest. And I told him about how the Redwood Forest where Endor was shot. That's why those trees are so huge in Return of the Jedi. Those are redwood trees and sequoias. And I was like, you got to see it, Jay. And he's like, oh, really? That's where that was shot? I was like, yeah, you got to go see it.
Oh, yeah. Seeing them in real life.
He didn't know that? Come on.
I don't think Loki did just a second ago. He just said, really?
Really. I had no idea. I thought I didn't know. I didn't know that's where they filmed that.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I've seen the ones in Northern California and the ones in Oregon.
I figured they filmed it out in California. That's just where I thought they filmed it. Why not film it there?
Most of the Redwood Forest is Northern California. I think there's a little bit of it at Southern Oregon, but it gets thick in the Northern California area. Right next to Humboldt County. If you're a weed smoker, you'll know that county real well.
Yeah, Craters of the Moon, Psychodorf is a fun little walk too. I was for a job I used to do. I was in Idaho Falls for about a half a week, maybe a week, doing different stuff based out of there. So I did the Craters of the Moon. I got a couple of days off. Got to go into Yellowstone. Did the Tetons one year. Took some vacation while I was up in that direction. Like that. That's also really, Texas is great, but other than the Guadalupe, we don't really have much for mountains.
We don't have shit. We live in the plains. Dude, that is the biggest thing that okay, because I grew up here. So I grew up here, and then back in 2016, I leave and I go to Missouri, and I've got mountains, and I've got trees, and I've got these big lakes with mountains and trees, and I've got the Ozarks and all this shit, and I'm just like, dude, this is killer. I come back to Texas, and it's like everything's flat, and I'm like, what the shit?
Not quite as flat as Florida, but
it's flat.
I mean, got a little hill country up in there.
Makani, if you can hear me, it said something disconnected. I don't know if you can or not.
Yeah, we got a small mountain range where I live here in Arizona. It's called the Catalinas. Don't get me wrong, there's still pretty big mountains, but nothing like the Cascades or anything like that. But it keeps the tornadoes away.
Yeah, I mean that's probably why the cities are built right in that kind of valley next to them, right?
Yeah, it literally is like a shield of possible tornadoes, because we do get a tornado once in a while in Arizona, but you're more likely to get hit with like a dust storm or something crazy like that. Especially driving from Tucson to Phoenix, there's this long stretch of road, just one straight long stretch of road of nothingness, and yeah, there's some nasty dust storms that happen on that.
Yeah. I tell you what, though, you drive from Phoenix to Flagstaff. That's dude. I love the Flagstaff area.
Yeah, that's higher elevation, back up in the mountains, kind of. Yep.
So our closest mountain is our closest mountain is actually not too far from where I'm at, and it's always visible where you can see it no matter where you are. But it's always a sight to behold to see the cloud covers just completely just engulf the top of the mountain on
Is that
some days.
Mount Shasta? No,
It's Mount Diablo actually.
Diablo.
Okay.
And then there was the first time ever, I think it happened, I think last year or 2022, where we actually got snow. Where Mount Diablo actually got snow. And I thought I was in Colorado at some point. I felt like I was in Colorado for a moment.
Well, I mean, the part of the state where you're at, Tahoe's not too far away.
No, Tahoe's not too far, yeah.
I think I've hiked up Mount Shasta before.
I drank a Shasta.
Wanna Shasta? Don't you wanna Shasta? Mix and Iron Man wants a Shasta.
Yeah, because I was working up in the area and I had to get to Oregon, but I finished my job early. I think I was in Bernie area and I was like, you know what? It's like 10 o'clock, and I think it was in the spring-ish, early summer, so there's still snowish. So I drove up. No, it wasn't snowy, so sorry. I drove as high as I could, and I hiked around for several hours. Yeah, because somebody was backpacking. A few people were backpacking on the hike on the mountain, and it was fairly clear by the time I got to the top, so I could see pretty well. But
so
I wish I could have done more.
On my graduation trip, we went to Vancouver, and we were supposed to fly back that Saturday, but there was actually an incident at SFO, and I think a plane or something caught on fire, and all flights were canceled from there. So we drove from Vancouver all the way back to the Bay Area, and we went through, of course, Seattle. I went through Portland before it was. I even went through Tigard, which reminded me so much of Plano back home. But yeah.
Oh.
Wow, freaking Tigard. Wow. I've actually been there. But, yeah, you went from Vancouver to Vancouver then, because if Vancouver, Washington, which is just across the Columbia River from Portland, Oregon. But,
well, ladies and gentlemen, it is almost midnight, and that means that we're going to get ready to get the hell out of here. Let's see. Let's go around the room, and we will start with Makani. I know Makani's got some stuff coming up, and Makani's going to be on this little place called That Game Place on Wednesday.
No, actually won't.
Oh, you're not?
No, I got to work that day.
Oh shit. Okay, I'll let.
He already knows, but I'll try to. I'll try to put some time off for a Wednesday in the future, and I'll let you know.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll just give you guys a heads. I'll keep you guys posted. Before I say my stuff, I would advise everyone to please check your subscriptions and check see you're still subscribed, because I don't know what happened, but I lost about 4 or 5 subscribers between now and yesterday. And I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So, guys, please check to see if you're still subscribed.
They might be in purge mode.
Yeah, they like to knock off old, non-existent or non-used accounts, like accounts that haven't done anything in a long time. They knock those off.
Okay, well, guys, please make sure you still subscribe. And if you're brand new here, please subscribe. I do art content. I do commentary as well. I stream Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and Sundays. It'll be worth your while. I know I don't usually beg or ask for stuff like that, but when you're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers, you're trying to really get some momentum going, you got to at least once in a while. So, guys, if you really do enjoy the content, you really do enjoy what I talk about, I do this stuff pretty much all the time on my own channel, Makani Draws, as well. So we really appreciate your company, and we really hope you enjoy the company I keep here. So,
but for the female viewers, viewer discretion is advised, because Machiny will make the
Shut it.
pennies drop. Pennies drop.
Got it. Machiny in the morning, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and Machiny Live will see its full reboot later this month. So
Ooh. There you go.
there you go.
Okay, then. Who's next?
Anybody else? Anybody else?
Okay.
Make your panties drop. Panties drop.
Got it.
Hold on. Hold on 1 second.
That's not a real
Hold on 1
song,
second.
by the way. I looked it up.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
The
Yes,
train
it
is. Come
gonna
on,
be.
ride that train.
Machiny's bedroom 10 years ago.
Shut you.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Boom. Just like more and more. I'm going to make you a clip the next time you do a skull.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Oh, I love you, brother. I love you.
Uh-huh.
I do. I absolutely do. I was like, "Where's Mac, man? He's not here tonight." And
Hey,
no,
I
I
don't know
do.
what I don't know what he's complaining about. I'd love to have Donna in my bedroom. Come on.
That's right. That's right. Damn straight.
I ain't seen panties fly like that since like a 1980s Motley Crue freaking video.
Girls, girls, girls.
Yeah.
Shaft. Machiny is the 2020 version of Shaft. You damn right.
I am.
It's his duty to please that booty.
That's right.
Mhm.
That's right.
Mhm.
Punkwater, what do you got coming up, brother? I know you got some ponderances out there.
Yeah. Still doing the PSAs, and then, well, I think because I actually really did like the Borderlands gaming series for a long time, and then basically, I was trying to do just a video, and then I kind of started talking about Borderlands, just kind of my love of the franchise, and kind of not even a retrospective, but when I was trying to do my little Ice House video, the first take I realized was like 20 minutes long, and I thought this isn't quite what I was trying to do. But I kind of pared it down and worked it down to something a normal length. But like, I haven't seen the movie yet, but this is more just talking. My drop tomorrow is more just being a fan of the franchise and just seeing how it's declined in the last
Mhm.
years, and how, yeah, the casting for this maybe almost made sense 6 years ago, but because they were all popular in their own right, but not even an ensemble that made sense. But just how the whole franchise, and I may still go see the movie just to see how bad it is. I actually started replaying the games today.
Mhm.
Like I was playing on the Switch, which I need to go back to the Xbox because that's where I played it on. Because the controller I have for the Switch just doesn't have the same feel aesthetics. So
Yeah.
I feel like something, when you get used to playing a game in a
Mhm.
certain way on a certain system with a certain console and graphics, and your controller just have certain sensitivities. And so if you play it somewhere else when you spend hours and hours and hours on it, and you're like, this doesn't feel right. Something's wrong. I just can't play it. So gotta bust it
Yeah.
out back on the Xbox, because I think I can understand why people say the Switch is great for some games, but some games like that, they doesn't quite hold up. And I don't know. I think I forgot that the Borderlands 1 and 2 don't even have just an existing crosshair at the center of the screen unless you're
Oh,
using a
do
scope.
the upgraded version of 1.
Mhm.
Okay.
So do the so if you go, I know it's on Steam. I don't know what it's going to be like on console because I never owned them on console. I always played on PC.
Okay.
But there is like a it's almost like a redo.
I
like
think I
a
have that on the
re-release.
Xbox. I just don't think I have. I think I got that update on the Xbox, but I don't think I got it on the Switch, which another reason why it just felt really wrong. So like
There
I said,
should be there should be like a whole thing in your settings. I don't know
Okay.
what Switch is like because I never played it on Switch. I only played it on PC. But I know there's a Borderland. Yes, Game of the Year enhanced. Thank you, Brandon.
Okay.
Because that's all I've ever played any of the Borderlands on is PC. I've never
I
played
think-
them on any system.
I think my Xbox has that, which is like I said, everything. Everything.
Dixon
was,
cider.
Yeah.
I love a dry cider.
Yeah.
in the summer.
Yeah.
Oh, I need it's got to be wet.
I know you guys weren't. I know you're not. I know there was a lot of. I know there's a lot of negativity towards Borderlands 3 and the spin-off games like Tiny Tina's Wonderland and such.
Okay.
Like that.
Well, and I kind of go into that because like I said, watch the video tomorrow because I ended up liking Borderlands 3.
Mhm.
But yeah, Tiny Tina's and some other stuff, and just the writing and the heart and soul, and how can you go from peak back between 2 and the DLC they had with Tiny Tina, and to what we have now just doesn't make any sense.
You would think that a D&D Borderlands game would be fun as shit. How do you screw that up?
And you can't just blame the lockdown for that. It was just
No.
It was peak sensitivity writing before it was sensitivity writing, and everything was like that sitcom-y joke. It was like every character was trying to be Claptrap.
Yep.
And then now we have Jack Black, which he doesn't fit for Claptrap. So like I said, I may still watch the movie at the matinee next week just because I'm a glutton for punishment to just see how bad it is. But I wanted to play the games a little bit to remember the feel of them. But like, being a supporter of that gameplay and a casual gamer myself, and reminding myself there are games more than Fortnite that are worth playing, and getting back to some of that.
Listen, if the only positive review you get is from Grace Randolph, you're in trouble.
I might review the popcorn bucket over the movie. We'll see.
I've got 3 movies I'm seeing next week. We've got Alien Romulus, and then Saturday we got a double feature: Nightmare on Elm Street, back in theaters, and The Last Starfighter.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna go see. No. It's at Cinemark. It's Cinemark 1984 week. So they got movies all week. They got Gremlins, Temple of Doom, all the badass 84 movies at Cinemark.
Wow, okay.
And on Saturday we got the double feature. So we'll go and see Nightmare on Elm Street, and then we'll go grab something to eat, come back and see Last Starfighter, which I've never seen Last Starfighter in theaters. All the other ones I have. Except I don't remember if I saw the original Terminator in theaters or not. But yeah, it's 84 week.
Lewis, go back to sleep or I'm telling Mom about your Playboys.
Playboys. So 2 badass movies, and hopefully Romulus is good. I'm really hoping for that. I'm really hoping it's good. I heard Borderlands is absolute trash though. But that's what you get when you're like, we don't want to make it like the game. We don't want it to be like the game.
Why would you? I think that was just like the first red flag. I'm like, why are you casting these actors to play characters that are meant to be in their 20s?
Well,
They don't want to be the character.
Well, there's enough people that say that Kevin Hart, he plays the straight man, but you can't take him seriously because who he is and who he was and how he became famous. It's like when Owen Wilson was behind enemy lines, and you're like, who's this goober? Who's this guy? Yeah. Well, it's a war movie, and I'm tracked, but okay, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
I mean, perfect for Royal Tenenbaums, terrible for an action movie.
Yeah.
Well, it's terrible strong, but it's just not his place. He doesn't shine.
Blue Steel.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. But yeah, that's what I got. And you can catch me at the normal haunts and spots.
Kind of like a Will Ferrell in a depressing drama movie. Oh wait, most of his comedies are depressing drama movies. Anyway,
sorry, Punk, I forgot to mention. Thanks
We're
for
going
sponsoring.
streaking.
Thanks for sponsoring next week's 5-day forecast.
You welcome.
Waddle Strike.
Yeah.
It's a cybersecurity firm. Like, basically.
Snowdub. If he's still here.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
Council tomorrow night. I already kind of plugged it earlier when you were on your drink break or piss break, whatever.
True.
So, but yeah, just you know the routine. Shit, yeah, come on over and hang out with the puppets, and sure it'll be a good time. Sure there'll be some laughs. I'm sure there'll be some booty and some titties and all and everything you love on a Saturday night. So come hang out.
I do believe Chulo is still living in a cage down by the river. I feed him when I remember, but after catching him on the PC the last time, yeah, he didn't like that. He really didn't like that.
He got choked pretty good. Yeah, we saw it.
Yeah, oh yeah, I was pissed. I be, lit him hell and threw him in a cage. So that's where he's been living. I don't know if he will be there tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Right.
He might, that damn dog might break him out. Who knows?
Never
Show
know.
back.
Yeah. What Snow
TJC. What Snow Dubs?
Come watch us. Come watch a sock with eyeballs and a penguin with a funny haircut.
Watch the sock pop his rock on a rack.
Yeah.
Whoa! Sorry.
What?
I got invited to play Mecha Break.
Oh,
there you go.
Yes, now, yeah.
Well,
Nice.
see you later.
See you later. We're getting out of here, guys. Take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak, friend, enter. We'll see you on the next late show on Loki's Mornings of Mischief. Have a great weekend, everybody. See you Monday.
Skol!
Skol and tuck and roll.
Big old thing.